great fanfare here in Indy. They're ready to go as the Colts get set to match up with the New York Jets. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? Fields this way up at the 17. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30.
Oh, yeah.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. On first down, right back to Carter. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
So, Charles, you talk about this offense as we play here in Week 9 of the 2021 season. Normally, you're slipping kind of past the halfway point, but now with the season expanding to 17 games, you kind of think the teams might look up and say, gosh, we still have a lot of football left to go.
No doubt about it. And remember, they've had their open week already, so this could be a straight shot all the way from here on out. To me, the best coaches, they tell their teams, hey, I'll take care of you during the week. You just leave it all out there on game day, and I'll make sure you're ready for the next one.
39 yards there, a big one.
Brandon, we've both been around the game long enough that we know that in pregame, defenses are pretty amped up, aren't they? I mean, they're pounding lockers, and they can't wait to get out there. But when you hit them with some big pass plays early, it takes the starch right out of them.
On 1st and 10, it's Carter. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Darius Leonard, the all-pro, in on the tackle. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
On 2nd and 9, Wilson. He's got Herndon, his tight end. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up for the 1st and goal.
Carter. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Michael Carter, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Jets take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive.
Well, first quarter, maybe too early to talk about statement drives, Charles, but that sure seemed like a statement drive right there.
Well, if we're going to talk about statement drives, I think what they're saying is we're going to establish the run. They gave it to him early and often on this drive, and he wound up taking it into the end zone.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. First carry now for the former Badger, Jonathan Taylor. And he'll wind up with about 6 up past the 30 to the 31.
4 yards remain for second down.
Now Wentz. Throws this one right side to Pascal.
We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown.
And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack. The start of this game shaping up nicely on that visiting sideline.
Yeah, how about that? You get your points on the opening drive. Then you get a big sack there on third down, and you make the home crowd go.
There is a hush indeed.
Pushing it back.
There's more on the return. 55-yard punt, 11 on the return. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They come off a victory over the weekend, but now the quick turnaround here for this Thursday night game. How does that affect how teams like this approach these short turnarounds?
Well, wins and losses always factor into, how you're getting ready for the next game. But equally as important when you have the short turnaround, what is your injury situation? Are you losing key guys? And if so, how well have the backups prepared for this? Because you don't have much time to get them ready. They have to be ready before this week in order to play well in this game.
Play action. It's Wilson. Out right here to Herndon. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys that have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. Give him the third down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
A good strong run there by Michael Carter, reminiscent of his days at North Carolina. 1,000-yard rusher each of his last 2 years in Chapel Hill. Despite being in a timeshare with Javonte Williams, who was a second-round pick of the Denver Broncos. Carter, the second pick of the 4th round out of UNC. He could be the Jets' leading rusher moving forward.
Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Throwing is Wentz.
Oh, what the fuck?
That's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Keon Cross. And he will take this all the way down to the 38-yard line. That was just one of those interceptions from our perspective here. We got a good view at the 50-yard line mid-level. The quarterback and receiver were not on the same page.
Just by his reaction, I'm talking about the quarterback, he expected something different from his receiver, whether he expected him to break in, out, deeper, shorter. They'll determine that on the sideline. But bottom line, you could see that he thought he'd be in a different spot, except the defender was not his intended target.
They'll run on first down. Carter, he'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. And this defense for the Colts, they were terrific in the win over Tennessee a week ago.
And how'd you like to be the quarterback reviewing the game tape from last week and seeing this defense on the spot on almost every snap? If the ball was in the air, they took it away. If the ball was pop free, they picked it up. 5 takeaways in last week's game.
Another run on second down with Carter. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves him with a 3rd and 3.
And scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Wilson now to throw on third down. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And down inside the 15 he goes. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a first down.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
My player's not talking.
And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Out of the gun, they run with Carter. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up a 1st and goal. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
And they'll turn to a power game to try to get in. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. It's the fullback. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Jets find a way to stretch their lead. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Bringing it out of his end zone, Isaiah Rodgers. And Rodgers will hold on to this one, and it'll come out to the 25.
Calm down.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
A good pickup there, 26 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
How the fuck you drop it?
Now Wentz. Looking deep for Hilton. It's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Marcus May with a pick. And he is all the way up past the 25.
I need to play my
And
game.
Charles, you know, it seems like sometimes when you fall down early, there can be a tendency there to try and get it all back in one fell swoop.
That's crazy.
And that time, that thinking leads to an interception.
And I believe you brought up a really good point there, Brandon, because you try and force plays, right? You try and get all back in one shot, just as you mentioned there. And you know you're going to need some big plays to get back into the game. But ultimately, you really can't force what isn't there.
There to stop it was Darius Leonard. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And this is intercepted. He was trying to get it to Davis. Hooked off by Carl Lewis.
I know you
bring it back. An interception return.
Sit the fuck still.
Make it back-to-back weeks now with a pick 6 for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what
I'm
we're
sorry,
seeing
sit
right here?
still.
You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick 6 in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks.
That's what I just did.
Tell you this, I wouldn't play
I know he's
cards
gonna do the
against this guy in
slants.
the
I know he's
locker
gonna do the
room.
Now
slants.
for the point after.
I bait. I know he was gonna do the slant.
And that one makes it 14-7. kick is away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a two-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some
Same
sharks
play.
smelling blood in the water behind them. They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for third down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Now Wilson. Flushed out right. He finds his man, complete. That's more. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
They talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
On first down, it's Carter.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Another run on second down with Carter. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a third and about 4 more for first. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter. 14-7. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up. Pressure comes and Wilson's going to go down. That's Darius Leonard, the linebacker who got in and got into the turf. On fourth down, punt coming from Braden Mann. And now a high kick here as he'll try to hang it up there. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. No return, but it goes down as just a punt of 31 yards. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. High throw, but the catch is made. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down. Wentz now to throw. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Wentz is intercepted yet again. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. And the return across midfield and to the 46-yard line. That's now his second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. So that'll back him up 5. shotgun snap and a give to Carter. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. Here's Wilson. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds.
And when you've thrown as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide because that's prime pick six territory. That time, he made sure the only guy who was going to catch it was sitting in the third row.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. A handoff for Carter. And he'll get across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to fourth down. Here's Braden Mann now. As he'll punt it away for the second time. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Jets on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The Colts getting the football first, and they trail here as we are back underway in quarter number 3. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Let me start running this ball.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Now, they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Now Wentz. Flush to his right. And a high throw there as this is knocked away down to the ground and incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Wentz will give to Taylor on the draw. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Returning it is Moore. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And out will come the offense as they take over. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. Laying out is Davis, and he's got the football. Wilson on the hook up to Davis. First down, Jets.
When you're a player of his stature, you don't just circle the games on your team's calendar. You
circle the Pro Bowl?
Without a doubt. That's a game that you just figure you're going to be in each and every year. That's because of catches like that. That's why he goes.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
But you know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 61 yards rushing for him now as his fine rookie season continues. They'll run on first down.
The
Carter.
fuck? Come on, man.
Met at about the 43. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Here's a give to Carter. And he's going to get this pretty close to a first down at the Colts 36. Good
bullshit,
to pick
man.
up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd and 1 situation. They'll run with Carter. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
And a solid run down inside the 30. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Now they'll get this to Mims on the jet
Come the
sweep.
fuck.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first. An excellent run there coming from out wide.
And we used to consider these jet sweeps to be gadget plays or something a little bit unusual, right? But now most teams have some version of this play in their playbook. And I think it's a lot because of the receivers that are being developed nowadays. These guys look like running backs even though they're playing out on the perimeter.
Xavier Rhodes makes the tackle.
Well, partner, they've been running it well the entire game, and the big guys up front, they're a huge reason why. And now they're reaping the benefits as they continue to open up big holes and gain nice yardage.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Wilson. He finds his man, complete. That's more. And the Jets
This boy's doing the same shit, dog. Same fucking slants, dog.
I'll tell you what, this offense is playing a little bit of keep away right now. They've come out here in the 3rd quarter, possessed the ball for quite a while, and they keep on converting. Nice pitch and catch there to set up the 1st and goal.
They'll try to run for it with Carter. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2.
Well, the spotlight hit him once already tonight as he got into the end zone. He was trying to make it a double spotlight, wasn't he?
But credit the defense, bottling him up, not letting him get in for the 2nd score there. One more time with Carter. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. One quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. This Colts D up to the challenge so far, but they need another stop here on 3rd and goal. And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. It's the fullback. His second touchdown of the night. And the Jets are closing in on a 6-2 start as they extend this 4th quarter advantage. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and it's now 21-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Bringing it out of his end zone, Isaiah Rodgers. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Eluding the pressure right.
They'll get that one to Taylor complete. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Fourth quarter, every drive so critical, and you figure they only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the second touchdown. You got the first one for the second one to even matter.
Wentz now on first down. Hit as he throws there, incomplete. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that, and thus far they've been successful.
Again, they'll throw with Wentz. A good throw here, finding Pascal. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Now a play fake. Wentz. Open man is Taylor. He's got it. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? Wentz on the drop off to Taylor. And some room to work. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Another 18-yard gain. They had 18 on the previous snap as well.
Good yardage on the completion there. When they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
1st and 10, Taylor now. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. To throw, it's Wentz. He'll check this down to Hines. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. The passing game for the Colts finding its stride. Another first down. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case. Down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line.
Hello.
That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here.
I say I'm losing, but he doing the slants all the time. It's not me. I'm not trying to do it.
Again,
but he
Taylor. And he'll get into the end zone.
I know, but I ain't say nothing.
Indianapolis. Jonathan Taylor. Touchdown number 15.
I don't know either.
And the Colts have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting.
You put it accepted.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off.
Keep the fuck still then. You're not keeping still, you're not taking my charger no more.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape, up past the 30.
Yeah, so it's not my fault. You should accept it. All right.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those. Gain the ground that we need.
I put a play him, but I didn't play because of shit.
If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, I mean, by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
On first down, it's Carter, and he'll take this one up close to about the 45. DeForest Buckner in on the tackle. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within the possession. So they can't just sit on it running the ball. They have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
Another run on second down with Carter. And he'll have a Jets first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game.
Why not lose by a fucking touchdown, dog? This shit's aggravating. Fucking 2 minutes, dog.
So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Yeah. Yeah.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ball game.
Wow.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Here's Carter. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game. And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down. Now Carter.
Man, doing the same.
He works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 108 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
I don't care. It don't matter. Cheeseburger, it don't matter. I don't know about this game.
They'll run on first down. It's Carter. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
Just give me what you think I need to solve.
They'll run. It's Carter. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
So it's a victory here for the New York Jets. And we talk so much about the turnover battle, determining who wins, who loses. This game, no exception. Error-free football, no turnovers at all, and they win it.
So this is one you don't have to convince your team that what you're saying is accurate.
And you know what I'm talking about. Head coach always stands up in front of the team and says, guys, if we do this, this, and this, we'll win. And usually they say if we win the turnover battle, we'll win. Well, here's the proof right there. Win the turnover battle, go on to victory. Now the guys believe. You move on to the next lesson where you have to convince them. This one is now planted.
So for the Jets, they close out this first half at a very solid 6.